Green onions are an indispensable spice in many everyday dishes. However, green onions are very susceptible to wilting, rotting, or yellowing if not stored properly. After just a few days at room temperature, green onions can lose their freshness, aroma, and flavor when cooked. By applying the right preservation methods, you can keep green onions fresh longer, reduce waste, and always have them readily available when needed. In this video, I will introduce 4 simple but very effective ways to preserve green onions. Method 1. After buying green onions, remove any wilted, bruised, or yellowed leaves, as these are the parts that have started to deteriorate, are prone to rotting, and create conditions for bacteria and mold to grow. If left with fresh leaves, they can cause the green onions to spoil faster, affecting the shelf life and quality of the entire bunch. The video supports subtitles in multiple languages. For a more convenient viewing experience, you can enable subtitles and select your preferred language in YouTube settings. Next, place the bunch of onions into a jar containing water, ensuring that there is enough water to completely submerge the roots. Next, place the jar of onions in the refrigerator. This method ensures that the roots and base of the onion are always supplied with the necessary moisture, slowing down the water loss process so that the onion leaves retain their freshness, crispness, and natural green color for a long time. During storage, change the water every 1 to 2 days to keep it clean, and gently rinse the roots if necessary to limit the growth of bacteria and mold. Regular water changes also help maintain a clean storage environment, reduce odors, and minimize the risk of root rot, thus extending the shelf life of the onions. With this method, green onions can stay fresh for about 10 to 14 days. Method 2. First, put the scallions in a bowl of clean water and gently wash them to remove soil, dust, and other impurities clinging to the stems, leaves, and roots. Avoid rubbing or scrubbing too hard, as this can bruise the leaves and cause the scallions to wilt quickly during storage. If the base of the onion still has a lot of soil clinging to it, you can gently rub it with your hands or soak it in clean water for about 2 to 3 minutes to soften the soil. Then rinse it again thoroughly. Washing helps remove soil, dirt, bacteria, and other impurities clinging to the scallions, making them cleaner and safer to use. After washing, remove the onions and place them in a colander to drain naturally for a few minutes. Next, use a clean paper towel to gently dry each scallion, wiping carefully from the leaves and stem to the root, as this is where water tends to accumulate the most. When scallions are thoroughly dried before being refrigerated, the risk of sogginess, root rot, and spoilage is significantly reduced, helping them retain their vibrant green color, crispness, natural aroma, and extending their shelf life. Next, cut the onions into pieces that fit into the storage container. Which country are you watching this video from? Please leave a comment and let me know. It's great to get to know people from all over the world. Next, arrange the scallions in a storage container lined with a paper towel at the bottom. Layer the scallions with the layer of paper towel for each layer. Paper towels can absorb moisture and excess water that remains on green onions during storage. This helps keep the green onions dry and fresh for longer. Seal the container tightly and place it in the refrigerator. Using this method, green onions can be stored in the refrigerator for about 2 to 3 weeks. The scallions are pre-cut, making them very convenient for cooking. You just need to take the right amount to prepare soups, stir-fries, stews, fried dishes, sauces, or sprinkle them on rice, noodles, or porridge without any further preparation. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Your support is what motivates me to continue sharing more useful preservation methods. Method 3. With the washed and chopped scallions. Wrap each bunch of scallions in paper towels, then place them in a storage container and seal the lid tightly before placing them in the refrigerator. Wrapping green onions in paper towels helps absorb moisture generated during storage, while also preventing water from accumulating directly on the leaf surface. This keeps the green onions from becoming soggy, maintaining their crispness and vibrant green color for longer. With this method, green onions can stay fresh for about 2 to 3 weeks in the refrigerator. Only a small bunch needs to be taken out of the container each time. The rest will remain well preserved. Green onions are suitable for cooking soups, stir-fries, fillings for pastries, omelettes, stews, or as a garnish. For unused scallions, you can wrap them in paper towels, place them in a storage container, and keep them in the refrigerator. Method 4. Once the scallions have been washed and completely dried, I chop them finely according to my needs. Next, place the chopped green onions into a glass jar or container with an airtight lid. A glass jar or container with an airtight lid helps to prevent air and moisture from entering, thereby reducing frost buildup and preventing the onions from drying out due to water loss during freezing. Next, store the container of chopped scallions in the freezer. If stored properly and at a stable freezer temperature, green onions can be used for about 4 to 6 months while retaining their color, aroma, and quality relatively well. Although the texture of the onions will be softer after thawing, their flavor remains very suitable for dishes that require cooking. Frozen scallions are especially suitable for use in soups, stews, stir-fries, braised dishes, or sauces. When needed, you don't need to thaw them. Simply take the required amount and add it directly to the dish being prepared. This method helps preserve the aroma of the scallions, saves preparation time, and is very convenient for everyday cooking. So, I've introduced you to 4 simple and effective ways to preserve green onions. Each method has its own advantages and is suitable for different needs. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more useful food preservation tips. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos.